Welcome to Romance Recs. We're romance-obsessed besties, sharing book recs broken down by genres and tropes so you can be sure you're getting exactly what you want out of your next read. Hello, I'm Jordan, and I am currently reading Tender Cruelty by Katie Robert. I'm also reading An Arc of Sinbin by Chelsea Curto. And I am, shocker here, everybody, I am re-listening to The Awakening Zodiac Academy by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti for the 98th time.
Yay! Love that for you. Hey guys, Dev here. I am currently crazy. I'm not listening to anything and I'm only reading one book. Who am I? I don't understand.
Tomato.
But I know. I am reading The Ascended by Grenick and Lennox. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. But we are also excited because we have some stars in the studio today. Welcome our besties from Paperback Pleasures, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Oh my God, we're so excited to be here. And yes, there are stars here. I look at you guys. It's so good to have our romance podcast finally come together in this most beautiful moment. Everyone, my name is Annabel. I am one half of Paperback Pleasures. Definitely not the better half. Romy is my best friend. We also are best friends of 26 years now, I guess. Holy cow. And isn't that crazy?
Our friendship can now rent a car. It's a really big deal.
Your brains have developed as a friendship. Like you are
your frontal lobe. Yeah, for sure.
But honestly, like I feel like when your brains develop this way to the point where you get to be an adult and now all you do is talk about smut together professionally, I mean, there's just no going back, right?
No.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Annabelle, I'm sorry I interrupted you. What are you reading?
Right, yeah.
I am an insane person. I realized that I hadn't really read any nonfiction. So you're going to get a lot of nonfiction that I'm currently reading. But I literally just finished Better Than the Movies, which was great. And we're covering it on our podcast very shortly. So that was my physical book. I'm also reading Culture Creep, Notes on the Pop Apocalypse by Alice Bolin, The Body, A Guide for Occupants by Bill Bryson. And I just started Our Infinite Fates as well.
Did I read that? Is that Laura Stephen?
Yep.
Yes! That's on my list for today. I read that. Okay.
That's been one of the most requested that we cover, so she's reading it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, because I do have people I need to talk about.
All right, let's finish this intro, people. Let's finish this intro, and then we'll talk to the books. All right, we got one more intro. One more.
I'm so sorry. We're just so excited. Hi, guys. I'm Romy. I'm doing the exact opposite of what Annabelle's doing, which is making her mind a better place. I just am going full on smut for the rest of the year. I am dissociating hard. Right now, I am rereading Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rosh to talk about on our podcast coming up. One of my all-time favorite holiday reads.
It's so good.
It's so good. Criminally underrated author. And then I am also listening to Mate by Allie Hazelwood, which I can talk about later because I'm...
Let's talk that later. I too listened to that. So you and I can talk about that later. And I think we have similar thoughts. So this is so cool. I'm so excited. Okay. So everybody, if you couldn't tell, today is a little bit different. We are here, as we said, with the Paperback Pleasures podcast, and we're going to give you all of our best recs from this past year of 2025. And I'll be honest, it was a good year for reading. It wasn't a good year for a lot else in the world, but for reading romance and smut, let me tell you, it's heavy hitters. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a whole ass vibe, and we're here for it. And you can be too. So come along with us.
And then let's kick this off by doing some quotes. I'm going to go first.
Get it.
Okay, I actually struggled picking a quote because I had so many, but I tried to settle on being morally gray, kind of. So this is from Obsessively Yours by Jamie Applegate Hunter. The Fake Kings of Eden series is like one of my favorite series. There is no plot, babes. You're here for smut and a good time. Like that is it. The men are unhinged and that's it. You want to read unhinged, morally gray, morally black, pitch black, midnight men.
Always.
That's
the women are just trying to hold on for dear life.
The
Quite
women
literally,
are
they're just
literally, yes, they're just there to like try to get through it. Okay,
That is so relatable.
Anyway, yes, and I love it. This is our MMC Roman says this to his FMC Violet. You're not only my queen, Violet, you're my obsession. You have always been mine, and I have always been yours. Not even the gods succeeded at keeping you from me. What makes you think something as trivial as morals would?
God damn!
That's my man. I love him.
Can we share?
He says, I mean, yeah, we can share. Okay. Like, I had to think about it, but we can share. Oh. I love him.
Would one of you like to go next? We'll go back and forth between the pods.
Oh my God, hell yeah. I just picked one from what I'm reading right now, Nightmare Before Christmas, because I just love this book. It's very sweet. I thought about doing like a real sexy one, and then this one just kind of melted my heart. So we're talking about this instead. It says, and he talks like a poet, a cadence in his words, it's half song. It cracks my chest apart, decides something for me that I hadn't even known was an option. It's the moment they
when you realize, that's so sweet.
I love her writing. Her books are they're so fun, but they're deeply thoughtful and meaningful. It's such a good balance.
When I tell you, I thought this was going to be just like the silliest, dumbest little book, and then it just destroyed me in all of the best ways. I was like, what? The Prince of Christmas and the Prince of Halloween? Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed.
Did you cry?
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
For sure. Good. For sure.
Annabelle, do you want to go next?
Sure, I can go next. So mine is from the book that I just finished, Better Than the Movies. Similarly, I thought it was going to be a very silly book, and I did actually cry like a lot. It's cool.
No way.
We're good. But the quote I chose is a little bit more about like the tone generally, and I loved it. It's, when I'm around you, I kind of feel like I'm on drugs. Not that I do drugs, unless you do drugs, in which case I do them all the time. All of them.
I love that. That is actually, I love that kind of narrative. Like, with just like quirky and cute and like also a little word vomity, you know? Like, why would
without
you
being
say
too far.
that?
Fine line.
Yes.
But
there's cringy anxious bean and there's like really heartthrob anxious bean. And
who's the author of that?
Yes.
Annabelle?
Ooh, let me get
that.
Is
it Lynn Painter?
It is Lynn Painter, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And I will round us out with... Sorry. I'm already giggling. This is from Psycho Academy by Jasmine Moss. And this is unhinged. I never really thought about what I wanted in a male partner, but now I realized I wanted them to be completely unhinged, like super messed up in the head. I wanted to look at them and think, I'm normal. They would bring me flowers and tell me I was being cute when I killed someone. And when they raised the world to the ground for me, I'd compliment them on their technique. Was that too much to ask for?
No, absolutely not.
I do love a morally gray FMC as well. I do. I support women's rights and wrongs. You know what I'm saying?
This whole book, it was so hard to choose a quote because another one I had was, and this is from like the beginning of the book, they were the worst type of people in all the realms. Men who knew they were hot. Mm-hmm. And I just like, there's so much man hate in this fictional world that I was with.
Honestly, like there's a lot of man hate in my non-fictional world, so I feel like I need to read this. You've already recommended me something.
I will get way into it. I will go down that hole. Yeah. Before we get into any more, can you tell us a little bit about your podcast? What are you doing over there at Paperback Pleasures?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're having way too much fun. I'm just going to give you kind of our little spiel. Paperback Pleasures through book reviews and interviews. We really dedicate all of our time on air to destigmatizing romance literature, and that goes along with sexuality of all kinds, kinks of all kinds, the way people are writing about any kind of romantic and sexual relationship. And we started this because a man made me angry on the internet, which is just like, it's my villain origin story. It's fine. We leaned in, and we decided to start a small business, and here we are. And
Amen.
It basically all goes back to romance has historically always been a place created by women for women, and it has basically single-handedly funded the entire publishing industry, yet it's consistently being called silly, thought of as less than, being, it's just one of those silly women things. bullshit.
Yeah.
So we like to really challenge that. We believe the things women like aren't silly, and that is why we stay in front of microphones talking about all of our quote unquote silly little romances because we learn a lot for them.
I love it.
Do we? I learn a lot.
I learned. Let me tell you.
It turns out it's a really safe place to have big feelings. It's great.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good point because twice already we've mentioned books, even just through our quotes, that I thought this was going to be just like a silly little read and it had me crying. But I think that's really important. And I love that you talk about that. Just because there's humor in something or just because it's a fun to read doesn't mean that there's not more to it. And yes, sometimes there's just straight erotica, but that doesn't mean it's bad either. Like,
no, you can learn.
Usually
I learn things.
Usually some of the most ethical romance writing that we see out there is erotica, like the ethical kink writing and all of that. It's so important. It's so important.
And we say all the time on here is like, there's a book for every reader and there's a reader for every book. And we don't yuck yums. And that's the thing. That's why we come on here and tell you why we liked books, so that if you feel like you're looking for that too, you can find what you're looking for, not like a list of tropes. I mean, tropes are fun if you're looking for a baseline. But there's always so much more to a book. So I love that you're doing that.
Oh, well, we love what you're doing. Well, look at us all out here changing the world.
I know.
Women supporting women.
Yes. Everyone. Women and stuff. Oh.
With that, out of all the episodes you've recorded this year in 2025, what has been the most fun or memorable for you this year?
Annabelle,
we can go back and forth between the pods, but
perfect.
I am so curious what Romy's going to say for this because we did not discuss it, but I wonder if it's going to be the same one. So we were really lucky to be able to record in person together a couple of times this year. And one of those times was when we were interviewing Megan Carver, who is like Jill of all trades, truly. Like, she is an intimacy coordinator. She is and that's sexual intimacy as well as like violence intimacy on the stage and on the screen. She and her partner are both met doing Shakespearean acting. And she also is an audiobook narrator and a romance editor. And she like blew my brain open in the best way possible. And if you've ever met someone and you are like, oh my God, you are me if I were cooler and more interesting. And then you get to do that with your best friend. And then
that's what I thought when I met Dev. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, we all want to be Megan when we grow up. She's incredible.
Yeah. I love that. I would love to be an intimacy coordinator. That just sounds so good. Let me let you feel safe, babe. You know?
And especially with so many things coming out, like Heated Rivalry and Pillion and Baby Girl, like all of these like really, kink forward, hot and heavy things. These intimacy coordinators are more important than ever. I mean, we are seeing things on the screen that we've never seen in the best fucking way, pun intended, because of these people.
Yes, exactly. I love that. Awesome. Oh, so that was your favorite episode, Annabelle? That's what you loved.
That was my favorite. Our interview with Megan Carver. It was a very special time.
I'm curious, Dev, what was your favorite of ours? Because we didn't talk about this either, and I
know. So I have two favorites. Honestly, just because of like how I felt during these episodes we were recording and the context of the conversations, but it's either Shadow Daddy or I think it actually might just be Shadow Daddy. Or my other option was Billionaire, but actually I think it's Shadow Daddy because there's something I say in this damn episode.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Well, now you need to laugh.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what the context was, but I was talking about how I needed, because Shadow Daddy's stipulation for a Shadow Daddy for me is that you have to use your shadows indiscriminately. Like the shadows need to be a part of you, right? You can't just have shadow magic. I need you to be using it.
Yeah.
And so I had likened through, research and just understanding.
Personal experience as best you could.
That shadows, what did I say? Shadows and a
vampire
toy?
bite. Listen, I listened to this clip like probably 100 times.
You're right.
She said, I just imagine, obviously I've never been bitten by a vampire, but I just imagine that it'd be like taking a CBD and playing with your choy. Add some shadows in the mix and,
Okay.
And I didn't realize my mic was on mute, but I was literally crying, screaming, and so I couldn't make noise. And so she just kept going with the analogy and talking about it. But anyways.
Okay, so like,
let's really
but
think
yours
of
is
it.
really meaningful. And yours, Annabelle, was so sweet. And Dev, that was a highlighted moment. I absolutely agree.
No,
both very important to the experience.
Romy, what's your question, Romy? Did you need clarification?
No, actually, yes, I do have a question.
You agree?
No, I do 100% agree. But okay, so like we all grew up on Twilight, right? And so every single woman our age, and honestly, probably every single person our age has thought about what it's like to get that vampire bite, right? I mean, no matter what you read, you were exposed, you're thinking about it. This is a safe space. We can all admit this.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't have yums here. As I said, we don't have yums.
Never once have I experienced it. I've never experienced it. Never once have I thought about experiencing it in such a fucking chill way. You're like, no,
because that's
I am.
Yes.
You're like,
that's
am
how
relaxed.
I imagine.
That is amazing. For me, it's always this just very like emotionally heightened. Maybe I read too much gothic romance, but like it's way more dramatic in my mind. I love this.
I mean, it can be dramatic. I mean, if you took a certain kind of garden gummy, and it just really depends on what strain you're taking. I mean, not to make this a different kind of podcast, but
and what kind of vampire bite you're getting here? Because imagine, there's pain, right? Okay, and then
only
immediately
at first.
you're only at first, because then you get a relaxant. So there's our CBD.
You
know what I'm saying?
Like a drug in their venom.
In
so
their
then
venom.
I imagine.
Right. Then you add a little toy, and now we're feeling what's coming after.
And
You know what I'm saying?
It's perfect. Oh my God.
Do you think that like Jasper bites different from Edward?
Absolutely.
Christina's really missing this one here because
I know. Jasper is tearing that thing up. Jasper, that restraint, he is tearing that thing.
And Alice is all about that. Alice bites back.
Alice is feral.
Exactly. She's biting back because she already she already knows what's coming. Right? Yes. Yep. And literally it's gonna be her. Because the way Jasper is, you know what I'm saying? So she knows. She knows.
I love this. Honestly, I think that Edward was the most vanilla of the bunch, and I'm really upset.
Absolutely.
He was a virgin.
God.
No, nothing against if you're saving yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Virginity is so nice.
I mean,
for certain depends where you are in your life.
Depends on why you're doing it.
Right.
If you're holding on,
I'm going to move my manifestation candle over here just because I'm a little closer to me right now for that.
Okay, Jordan, what's your favorite episode? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So mine, I totally forgot about that moment. And it was just so hard to choose. I wanted to choose an interview. I wanted to choose an interview and a non-interview just because they're so different. But the interviews were so hard to choose from. So I'm just going to mention the interviews. I mean, I really couldn't mention all of them. But the one I did with Laura Wood was so much fun. And it kind of came out of nowhere. It was last minute. And I just had a blast with her. She was so amazing. Doing it with Chelsea Ann Tompkins was just like two besties going off about romanticy, and it was so fun. Another highlight was like talking to Penn Cole about Spark of the Everflame and about hearing about Burn, and her giving us an exclusive quote from Burn.
Oh, fun.
Was like
damn
a Top whole tier. Moment.
Penn, I love Penn.
Making Hannah Nicole Mayer tear up when we interviewed her. That was a big moment for me because she's made me cry with her books. So it was really nice to make her.
You're like, see how it feels.
Yeah. Being the first person that she got to talk to about Accomplice, who's finished it, was so much fun. But for our regular episodes, honestly, the Friends to Lovers episode was my all-time favorite because no one wanted to do Friends to Lovers. No one. Dev didn't want to. Yeah, Christina didn't want to. This was back when she was still recording with us. But it was chosen by fans. So it was chosen by people who came to one of our events. And so we were forced to do it. And I realized, holy shit, I have a lot of Friends to Lovers in my backlog. Yeah. But talking about it, it ended up being one of our longest episodes ever because we thought we didn't like it. And then it's just like any other trope. You find your niche within that and things you like about it. And it was a lot of fun. So that was my
Friends to Lovers definitely gets a bad rap, and I'm the one rapping bad about it.
Yeah.
But there's so many gems, and I've read so many Friends to Lovers. It's just, Jordan said, you have to find your niche. You have to find like the type of Friends to Lovers story you like.
Yeah.
There is a good way to do every single trope. There really is.
Yes.
I have tropes that I hate, and I love, love, love finding an author that proves me wrong, even if it's just for that book. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, Annabelle, my favorite episodes are different. Megan definitely got like a honorary mention in my notes, but my top ones for us were our 2-parter on Pride and Prejudice, where we dressed up and surprised ourselves with our costumes, because I dressed up as Mr. Collins and she was not expecting that, and I got her live reaction, and it was really a beautiful thing. Pride and Prejudice basically made us into the readers that we are, and so just being able to like literally for 4 straight hours just fucking gush was so much fun. And then another like historical one that we did was The Flame and the Flower, which is the original Bodice Ripper. It is the book that was published in the 70s that literally created and started the Bodice Ripper genre and impacted every single thing we read today. So that's unpacking that and like doing a little history deep dive was one of the coolest privileges of the year for me.
Yeah. I love that.
And then finally, I had the opportunity to interview Kaya Freitz, who is the voice of Violet Sortingale in the graphic audio productions of the Empyrean series. And she was just a delight. It was so much fun to get an inside look at that process. But yeah, I went back and I was like, who are the coolest people we've talked to and when have we laughed the most? It's those.
Yeah.
Girl, I just remember when we were recording Pride and Prejudice, I dressed up as Lady Catherine de Bourgh and I was home alone. And I live in Brooklyn, and so like you can see at night, you can see in all the windows. And I just kept thinking about how people were probably just seeing me in a giant wig and 1700s garb, because I did not go period accurate. I went for the 2005 movie version. And
important distinction.
Yes.
I have strong feelings about this, which is why
I can tell. I support you.
But I did get a glass of wine and just gaze out the window and think about what people might think of seeing that in Brooklyn.
You know,
they're just watching you.
You were a conversation starter for at least a few people that night.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. They were looking, they was like, damn, you never know what people are doing in their house. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at you like, yeah, go ahead.
Let's come back tomorrow night and see if she's still dressed like this is a regular thing.
Or if that's a real person, might be a ghost.
Right. Yeah. I wonder how many people thought you were a ghost. Actually, I'm going to say that there's at least one person who thought they were seeing a ghost.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope
partner
so.
was haunted. Yeah.
Maybe the same person who took a CBD and just played with the toy. Maybe that
you know
same
what I'm
person.
saying? It's that, and this is how we're connected. I love that.
Got you.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I know, right? Okay. So I like to think about reading goals as like a suggestion in life, but I always try to meet my goal. This year, I set the lowest goal for myself. For 2025, I think I said I'm going to read 75 books. I just knew like with my workload, I'm getting my master's, full-time mom. There was just too much. So I said, thank you. I'm, working on that. But I set it at 75, right? We're at 98. So
good for you. Shot up there recently.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I want to know, how many books have you guys read in 2025?
I have not read that many books, not even close. I am currently at 27 books.
Good and we love that. We celebrate. You read 27
That's more than
books.
2 a month.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
that's living life and reading 2 books a month. More than that.
Yeah. Love that.
And it's not even done yet. So
I mean, last year I read 100 because my boyfriend told me that if I read 100, I would get a pizza party.
Oh, and we love to meet goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that. And also, what a man written by a woman, because, Look at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you read 100 books, I get you a pizza party.
I was like, win-win, yes.
Yeah.
So I historically don't believe in reading goals for myself because I'm really toxic. So the second I'm like, I'm going to do this, I just do the exact opposite. So I don't set goals for myself. This year, I dissociated so hard. I am getting close to 200 books.
200?
Romy. I love that.
I usually
It's not bad though.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, so like when I'm not doing this / like actively dissociating with a book, I'm a journalist. And you know, like no matter what kind of life you lead, 2025's just been tough. And a lot of that is because of the headlines.
Mm-hmm.
So when I spend 10 to 12 hours every single day thinking about the headlines and working with the headlines, yeah, all of my free time has my nose in some kind of erotica.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I love that. I love that.
I'm the same way. So my goal was to read less than I read last year. Last year I read 190 approximately, which was still, I think, my goal for the last 2 years has progressively been like read less. It's about quality, not quantity. But again, like you, Romy, I just need to disassociate and I put headphones in and I mostly listen. And this year was also the year of ARC reading for me because apparently I could not get enough of stressing myself out and making it like homework. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. So I am at so far 156 new books. But if you count all of my rereads, it's 200. And that's like re-listens. I'm not sorry. Like
no, I'm the same way.
I'm
literally just a mom trying to survive, okay?
You guys are amazing, truly.
Just trying to do everything. My 3-year-old also knows the term romantasy, so that's how much I'm reading.
You're doing it right.
Yeah.
Romantasy, I think, and specifically enemies to lovers, without meaning to, was probably my most read genre intro. So, obviously. Yeah. What did everyone else read? Dev, did you do contemporary? Is that your top? Or what do you?
I was looking through my reads for this year, and normally I lean more towards contemporary, but this year had a lot of romantasy. I had a lot of romantasy books, and I don't know. I feel like when I was counting, romantasy was like a couple books ahead of contemporary, which is so interesting to me because I am the contemporary girly of the group. So for me to have read so much romantasy, it's wow. Look at you branching out, not by far, but a little bit. And I did enjoy most of the romantasy reads. And yeah, I think I enjoyed those more than my contemporary, but there's some heavy hitters in there too.
We had the opposite experience because normally I do not enjoy spending my time in this reality, which is why I read. But this year, because we were covering Elsie Silver and because it just happened, I ended up reading a lot of contemporary romance and I don't even recognize myself. Especially this year, I for sure didn't want to live in this world.
Right.
But here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Yep. And then those contemporary romances are so good too when you're like looking at real life and then you got like a subgenre of real life where it's, is this happening? No, but I love it. Like I really want to be in this world.
It
give me a
could be
small town
happening.
Romance any day. It could be happening.
Give me a liberal cowboy. That is definitely fantasy.
So
that
realistic.
Is definitely fantasy.
I'm sure there's one.
Nothing hotter.
I have to hold out hope that there is a liberal cowboy out there. Just
there is. I can think of one.
Him?
One?
Orville Peck.
His name is fucking Orville. He had to be hot and have a not hot name.
Yeah,
he's a hot gay cowboy. And he was on Broadway.
He would be gay. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Actually, he might be bi. He was in The Great Gatsby on Broadway this year, and he has like a great music persona where he always wears a mask under his cowboy hat. Very hot.
New King.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a gay cowboy.
He's great.
It's a shame that the one cowboy we could think of who would fit our type is actually just gay and also, never gonna be mine.
What did men do to deserve people like Orville Peck and Jonathan Bailey?
Right.
Why are they being rewarded for their behavior?
Because they're not cis.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's go down a wild ride.
I'm going to use this to go into mine because this was the year that I left basically all straight romance behind.
Good for you.
I love that.
Just I learned something very important about myself, that unless it's a dark romance, I cannot read straight contemporary romance. Get me off. Yeah. I don't know why. This is something I'm unpacking about myself.
I feel like you and I at a happy hour would have a great time just eviscerating men. Yeah.
I'm so fucking done, man.
Really? I love that.
I live with a man. He's my whole heart. It's just that one though.
You don't have to read about them though. This is free choice, free will.
Same.
I am unfortunately not done with the straight romances because I have to hold out hope that one of these men
honestly
will come find me.
I admire that so much. No,
however, I would put a myth.
That's
nothing like reading about what you can't have. Like I just
well, honestly, like what I learned about myself is that there is nothing more attractive than men being vulnerable with each other.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I like a queer dark romance too, but like these sweet as honey men just like giving each other pleasure and sweet nothings and praise.
So much
it is
pleasure.
the hottest thing I have ever fucking experienced, and I'm not even experiencing it.
Right?
Yeah. I will say I did discover like a love for sapphic because in a similar vein, I'm like, the first time I read a contemporary that wasn't bully sapphic, I'm also bully romance is my favorite. By the way,
for you.
I will say that proud. I'm not gonna shame it in the corner like everyone does. It was bully romance, but it was okay. And I'm like, no, listen, this was brutal and it was amazing. Anyways, the first time I read like a sweet contemporary sapphic, I felt so awkward because I'm like,
you're like
not because it's sapphic, but because I'm like, what is this communication?
Why are they being nice to each other?
What? I was like, why does this make me uncomfortable? And I really had to sit with that for a while. I'm like, it's because of how honest and upfront they're being. The miscommunication is honest miscommunication, but not in the moment they realize that it gets resolved. And I'm like,
I don't know.
Does this happen? I was like, is this what it's like? Why? This is why we all know that sexuality isn't a choice because women would
not.
If it was I was like, wow. So, anyways, that was my big revelation this year.
Well, no, I love that. And tell me if this is just a me thing, but like reading more and more sapphic romance and trans romance, especially, has like really done a beautiful yet brutal job of reminding me of my own internalized misogyny to like levels that I was like, wow, I'm confronting a lot about myself, and I'm really happy I am.
Yeah.
But also, fuck everybody who says romance novels don't do something.
Yeah. There it is.
Look at me. I am growing as a human.
Right. Back to our main point about why romance is important. Okay. The genre as a whole is important to the economy, to our mental stability. You know, there's so much to take away from it. But I agree. Yeah, there's certain things I read and I'll like, what book was I reading? Triple Sec? Yeah. I can't remember. I think it was Triple Sec. But polyamory is not my thing. Ethical non-monogamy, not my thing. And it had those things in it. And so I'm reading and I'm like grossed out. No, I don't like this. Why are there so many people in here? Like a reverse, like why choose reverse harem type of situation is very different. But like specifically when it's like these people are all trying to be together as one, I'm like, whatever. But that book really opened my eyes.
So
like,
far out of your comfort zone, like what you're used to and
what I'm used to reading or seeing. Yeah, but reading, I was like, look how much love, and then look how many people can do chores. You know, look how many people can take care of things. I was just like, if there's 3 of us, you know how much we can get done in a day. Like I'm in the bathroom, you're in the living room, you're doing the bedroom, someone's got laundry, and then we just come together and sit and have dinner. How wonderful! When we go out on dates, it's all 3 of us. I love that. Dream. I love that. What a dream.
That your take from this is so like practical domesticity. And that's so great and so valid.
That's literally what I was like, no, this is this is something here. Like this is something. They're winning.
Yeah, no, I definitely did beyond just like basically only reading queer smut all year. I really dove into things that like originally made me uncomfortable too, because when I find like a kink or something pops up and I'm like, I need to learn every single thing about this. I need to know why people, I don't know how they're liking it. All stuff. So I have just been in like every single corner of erotica that I've found to date.
Annabelle's shaking her head. She's just,
Annabelle's like, I'm so
Rome's doing the research on that. I'm just over here and I'll discuss it.
Rome's deep in the corners of erotica. And I love her so much for it.
It is such a cool, weird space. I am obsessed with people just like being completely shameless about what they love.
They like,
and then authors are like, I'm going to write about this. That it is so, there's shit that is so niche, and there's 12 indie authors who are like, this is all I do. And I'm like, what?
So did you find any new ones this year? indie or trad, but especially indie. Did you find any new
like authors?
New authors, new to you authors. Not necessarily new to the scene, but like you discovered them for yourself.
Oh my God, so many. Literally so many. The ones that I'll just talk about the ones I read like the entire catalog of. This isn't kink, but it's queer smut. Willow Dixon. I have read every single thing she's now written. My favorite of her is the Crimson Club series, which is about a group of dancers and the love that they find along the way, if you will. But it's really hot. And then she also has a dark romance series that she's writing right now. But it's all really hot. And I love the way she writes about sex, because it is not like over romanticized. It like gets like down and dirty is like what it takes to have gay sex. And but it keeps it super, super hot.
And Willow Dixon is what you said?
Willow Dixon. No, seriously. So start with Crimson Club, but if you're wanting something darker, her Silver U Crest prep series that she's writing right now, very hot.
Prep? I'm like,
I know.
Academy?
Yes. It's very if you've ever read, I know Jordan, you've read prep school bully romances a little bit. This is I wouldn't categorize this as bully. I would say this is more just dark. But and then I'm also working through all of Ben Alderson's work right now. He is a queer author in the UK who writes a ton of different kinds of romantasy. He's written horror, he's written all of this like fairy tale reimaginings to be like queer and kind of in his own fantasy world, and so really great too. But what about you guys?
Oh my God.
Any new? Yeah.
So
I got a couple new ones.
Yeah. I got some new ones. Not necessarily all indie, but like Jasmine Moss was a big one for me. I just loved her style of writing. Jamin Eve I'm getting into. It was really fun. I had got an ALC of Spellcaster and I just loved it. So I'm going back and trying to find her other stuff. Danielle Allen, for me, with Plus Size Player, blew my mind. And I haven't had a chance because of all my quote unquote homework reading to go back and read more of hers, but I'm so excited to read more of hers. And then, excuse me, for indie authors, I discovered relatively recently Hazel Rockwood through an arc that I signed up for on Threads. And she's a new indie author and I am obsessed. I became obsessed and I now message her all the time and became such a big fan from reading her latest title, Stormbringer, that I am now on her street team. That she
God, fun!
So I love her so much.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the name of the book.
Annabelle, do you want to go? Oh, yeah.
Oh, so amazing. I feel like this so much happened this year for me because Romy and I had our first in-person event together and like I met Chelsea Ann Tompkins, I met Kale Parsons, I met so many wonderful people and like
you literally met our hosts.
I know. You guys.
Yeah.
That was like I came over and I was like, we have a crush on you. Can we?
We have a crush on you.
Yeah, we have a crush on you actually. Not as crushing. Is this polyamory or what? I love it.
I'm super open to it now.
Yeah, super open.
Super, yeah. But imagine how clean the kitchen is going to be.
Oh my God.
Laundry put away in organized ways. Like
I fear I am not your gal if that's what you're looking for.
No,
I'm sure you have your own strengths, but that's what I'm saying is we all have strengths.
Right, exactly. We all bring something to the table.
I'm sorry, we interrupted. Annabelle, authors. I'm so sorry.
Unhinged.
No, it's okay.
This would last for hours.
Honestly, there's just so much to choose from. So I'm just going to go with a couple. This was the year that I discovered Chelsea Ann Tompkins. This was the year which was amazing. We just interviewed her. It was so much fun. Oh, so good. This was the year that I read my first Emily Henry, which is crazy. It took me this long. Here we
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so happy for you. Which one did you read?
I don't even know how I feel about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, which one did you read?
Okay, let's be honest. No, this is an open space. No judgment.
We read Great Big Beautiful Life.
It was our first and only Emily Henry book that either of us have ever read because people were just like, you need to do Emily Henry on the podcast. We're like, okay, well, she has a new one coming out. We'll just read that one. I mean, it was fine. She just kind of tried to redo Evelyn Hugo. And
we were like, why?
Yeah. We're like, okay. Like, you didn't need to make it straight, but you did. So
God, I'm so happy you are here with us today. Yeah, I've tried M-Hen a couple times. I really liked Book Lovers.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm like, listen, if you're looking for an intro into romance to see if you're interested in the subject, I think that is a great beginner book for you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is helpful.
And you know what? And she is great. She is great.
Yeah, she's a very
as a
beautiful
person,
writer.
as an author.
Yeah.
She can write well. Her
Yeah.
stories just aren't where we're at in our reading journey.
Yeah.
I think is what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Completely true.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I did read Funny Story. That was so I've read Book Lovers. I read Funny Story. I did love Funny Story. However, even with me loving Funny Story, it still wasn't the best book I'd ever read. I do agree. Emily Henry has a beautiful way of writing just words together, prose, the descriptions, stuff like that. But the stories just always lack a depth.
Chemistry for me.
Chemistry is a big thing. Her main characters never seem to actually like each other for real. And you're not fooling me. So,
it's more situational. I feel like their relationships are more like, we're in this situation
forced together.
So
it's a lot of
make
plot.
It work.
It's a lot of plot and not as much character development, at least in my very limited experience. And the reason I love reading romance is for the characters, for that character development. If any, it can be a book. The plot can mean literally nothing. If the characters are well developed and go on a journey, I will drool.
So
that's all it takes.
Yeah. Well, so we need to go get a drink. I'm like,
yeah, for sure.
Like
I agree.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, the thing that I really loved about being able to read that was not so much the book itself, but like being a part of a community, because now I can actually have this conversation with you guys in a meaningful way, whereas before I couldn't. And so I'm very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Annabelle, I want to give you a shout out too. She hasn't read a ton of dark romance or anything, or like erotica. She, for the podcast, read her very first dark erotica. She dove right in. We just reviewed Desperate Measures by Katie Robert, which deals with...
Oh, yeah, that is dark too.
Yeah.
That is...
I mean, we dove right into consensual non-consent and like really unpacking a lot of really like dark, kinky themes. And she... Watching her have fun with this. Sorry, I'm just talking for you because I'm so proud of you.
Problem.
Like watching you have fun with it was so, because I was a little nervous you'd get there and be like, no, I can't do it. You know? Yeah. And you were like, that was really fucking hot. I was like, yes, this is the girl who want her very.
If you're ever feeling like you want a dark romance, but you don't want anything too, or dark for the sake of being dark, I think there's very big difference too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just let me know.
Oh my God,
I talk dark romance.
Yeah,
so good.
Jordan's the queen
1,000 times. Yes, I will say, Romy, I do read dark shit. It just doesn't happen to be a romance.
Like romance.
That's true. Yeah,
very different. I mean, like romance justice is such a sacred thing, and I can still find that in dark romance. I know not everybody can, and so just because you are expose yourself to really fucked up things that even I won't read, doesn't mean that you can put it into a loving quote unquote space and be cool with
and have it translate.
Also, kudos to Annabelle, because on our very first episode, she couldn't even get herself to say sex. She said they consummated their relationship.
Annabelle!
And I said, so they fucked. And she's like,
he was dicking her down? What?
Hey, I don't even know that girl, okay? It's fine.
She's grown so much. She's grown. Now we're like talking to dominatrix like now. I mean, like she's doing so good.
Look at your character development in this.
Your character arc is thick.
This is now an Annabelle appreciation episode. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make some art so you can put it on the fridge, and it'll be great.
Yeah, I have gold star stickers. I have sparkly stickers.
Oh my God, amazing! I think I have some macaroni, and it's gonna be great.
I love that.
Whatever you're feeling creatively, just go with it.
Have you ever? Are there any more new to you authors that you read?
Okay, I was a little bit floored by Cat Sebastian, specifically You Should Be So Lucky.
Oh my God, yes.
And I was unprepared for how deeply beautiful that book was. And that, and also First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, absolutely devastatingly gorgeous books.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not going to interrupt you again. We keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry. You keep mentioning such good things.
Well, I was just going to say, I will say I was not, when I first started First Time Caller, I was like, fuck this entire thing. I was not enjoying the setup. I did not I felt like all of the characters were caricatures, but by the end I was like, oh my God, love is real. It's all going to be okay, everyone.
I love that. I love that when you have that moment.
Okay, I know we need to keep moving, but I would love to talk to you about why you enjoyed that book later. We have more time.
Oh my God. Which one?
Get on board, and everyone loves it. First time caller. But I would love to do like another time.
Yes.
We both adored it, so that would be super fun.
Really?
I want to know all about why you
it.
didn't. I want to know all about why you didn't like it.
I
That's
don't think
so
you'd like
cool.
it.
Well, I tried reading the Mixed. Do you know the first series BK Borson wrote? It's like Mixed Feelings. Well, there are 4 books in that, and I DNF'd that book too because I was over it. And so I have been having a hard time getting back to BK because that left such a sour taste in my mouth. But I know everyone loves First Time Caller, and I was actually really excited for that book because it's my vibe. Jordan swiftly told me no. So I know I will have to read it for myself to figure it out, but maybe that could be another episode where we deep dive that specific book and say why, and I don't know where I'll land. Will I like it? Will I hate it? We'll see.
Only way to find out.
Yeah, exactly. I have to read it.
That's so interesting because I love how certain that book is stuck with you so much. And I know there's always those moments where you can you might not remember even the whole book after you've read so many books, but you get to a point where you just remember moments or certain scenes and things like that. Because I know one book that there's opposite, right? A lot of people loved that one, and I was not the biggest fan. It wasn't for me. It wasn't written for me, and that's okay. But one book that I absolutely loved that it got a lot of heat for that people didn't like was Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. I loved it because let me tell you, there are more than one scene, voyeurism scenes, because the sex club is involved. She part owns a sex club and takes the MMC to the sex club for the first time. And there are specific scenes that are burned into my memory now. And it was the hottest thing I've ever read. It was I can see it now.
I love
it now. And it's not an appropriate time, but let me tell you, it's all there. And so just certain scenes this year, pop into my head. I'm just doing the dishes, and I'm remember that scene? Remember that scene in Stormbringer when she said, "Crawl to me, pet"?
Oh my gosh.
And she calls him there's just certain things. So those are big scenes that stick with me. So many from who wrote Never the Roses? Now I can't remember. But Never the Roses stuck with me. For me, it was the whole, I don't even know how to the atmospheric feel of that book stuck with me. And it was chilling, and
that's such a good
moving.
Review. Yeah,
I love it.
I love that. Wait, hold on. First of all, no one asked me what new to me author.
I'm sorry. I thought we did you. I'm so
sorry. First of all, and I've got plenty.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We are
rapid fire.
We are groveling.
It's a really good transition, but let's go.
It literally was a really great transition. I don't know.
Sorry.
I'm going to go just rapid fire. Claire Kahn, who wrote recently I just read The Marriage Narrative. I had so much fun. I was giggling, kicking my feet. Victoria Wilder, who wrote the Bourbon Boys series. Trust me, I'll be talking more about that. K.M. Moranova, who has a series that's supposed to be Call of Duty inspired and Hunger Games. But I read Once Upon a Demon's Heart, and I absolutely loved it. Then Bree and Greenwich have been getting lots of airtime right now for their Esprithian trilogy, Riftborn, Duskbound, and then the other spinoff, The Ascended. These books, at first I thought they were romantasy. They're definitely a little higher fantasy than just romance being the entire plot, and I'm really enjoying that. So they're new to me. And Mezia Kweki, who did Son of the Morning, I have a lot of feelings about that book, but there's really good writing in it. Jodi McAllister, who did An Academic Affair, love that, contemporary romance. Laura Stephen, Our Infinite Fates. And then Josh Richard, Kay Lorraine, and Meg Ann, who were actually Rex from Lizzie B. Brown, who we've had on the podcast, friend of the pod, mentioned this series, and I'm really loving it. There's so many books. I'm probably going to just pace myself and not binge them all. But so far, I am loving the vibes of their, the Mate Game series.
Yeah.
Those are my new to me authors. Thank you so
much.
Thanks,
Deb.
Thank you. I had been so excited to hear your list. Thank you.
Wait, I have a good transition from the previous one if you're editing it that way.
Okay, it doesn't matter. At this point, we're all here. We're here for the vibes. It's fine. It's fine.
Chaos.
Yep.
I will say the scene that I keep coming back to is also a Nevessa Allen scene. And it's it's like an epilogue in Lights Out.
I knew it. I fucking knew you were going to do this shit.
I think about it all the time. Because I am like a big outdoors girl. Like, I used to backpack a bunch. I was a trail guide for a time. And she runs into the woods and is If You Can Catch Me.
Welcome to Dev's favorite kink.
Oh my God, it's so hot. I think about it all the time while I'm washing the dishes as well.
Something about... Never mind.
I'm not afraid to say it. Okay,
Primal. This is a safe
Primal's
space.
my thing. Okay,
yes.
Primal's my thing. Give me a countdown. Have me barefoot running through the woods. Have I experienced this in my life? No. Will it probably be difficult navigating broken branches and shrubbery? I don't care. No, I'm not worried about that. I hear you huffing and puffing behind me.
It's so great.
Okay, then you really do need to read Willow Dixon's Silvercrest U series because she works a lot of primal play into. It's not all like in the woods. A lot of it is just like roughhousing or marking and other kinds of primal play. But you'll enjoy it. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, primal's my thing, man. Primal's my thing. So when you said Lights Out, I already knew where we were going. I was like, I'm there with you, bestie. I'm right there.
See, I'm not totally vanilla. I may do macaroni.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, vanilla is a flavor, and that's okay.
We love all flavors, okay?
Okay, all of these are like so fun and spicy, and for like all of the spice that I read, like I came back to this like really just like non-spicy thing that keeps coming back to me, which is, and Annabelle, I'm so glad you brought this up. It's in You Should Be So Lucky by Cat Sebastian, which is a necessary read for every human on the planet. I swear to God, it is so fucking good. So fucking good. But it takes place in the 50s. It's about this journalist, like grumpy journalist, who is assigned to cover sports, and he especially a profile in one of a baseball player in the city. And he's just like, I write about art, not sports. I don't want to fucking do this, whatever. Of course, they end up falling in love, Eddie and Mark. But at one point, Mark, the journalist, has to go up into the press box and be watching the game. And, all the other like sports journalists are there with all of their, gear and whatever. And Mark just walks in looking like bespoke. And he has opera glasses. And he just uses his opera glasses to watch the game. And I think
that would work on me.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, that would
like
work
a theater
on me.
major over there, just
that's my vibe. I'm like, yeah, that'll work on me.
And everyone's staring at him, and he's just, you're beneath me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's above everyone. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, I love that. And he is
just like the most like toxic little dude, and I am obsessed.
You also know that he's getting a really good view of Eddie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm sorry, but like in those baseball plants, the ass is popping, yes. And so very like non-spicy, but I think about Mark and his opera glasses in the press box all the fucking time.
I love that. I love to stick with you.
Like that's confidence I want to bring into the world.
Right. Yeah. You see, learning things. I love that.
We're going.
I do have two scenes that I think about all the time. One from Viciously Yours, which is the first book in the Fae Kings of Eden series by Jamie Applegate Hunter. Again, please read that series, listen to it. I really love it. But there's a point where our main character, Rennick, gets touched by some woman. Like she literally just puts her arm or her hand on his arm, like to stop him, or I can't remember what but it was like very brief where she was just trying to stop him. And his mate sees it and then kind of throws it back at him. You let her touch you. What do you think Rennick does? Rennick gets a knife and cuts off the piece of skin from his arm that was touched by a woman that wasn't his mate. So now he has to walk around and wait for that to heal over with new skin because his mate was not happy that some woman touched him.
He needed to learn a lesson.
And prove his devotion and loyalty.
Unhinged. Could you imagine? He just, what? And takes it and throws it on the floor. What? No, it's gone.
Gross.
Gross?
No, just the flap of skin hitting the floor.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Jamie writes it that you just see the skin. I'm just like, yeah, but worked on me.
Yeah.
Second is very sweet, actually, and it's from Tara DeWitt's Left of Forever. That book is just so beautiful. Yeah. And it's a simple line. It's two exes. They're divorced or in the middle of a divorce or already divorced. And they're kind of finding their way back to each other, but their lives are very intertwined. They've known each other since they were kids. Like, they're endgame, but they're separate. But anyway, we're in a meeting and Ellis is like super grumpy or whatever, and something's being said, and he says about his ex-wife, he goes, because his last name is Bird, and he says about his ex-wife, she's still a bird. Aww. Like, you just say, yeah, she's still part of the family, like she still has that name. Aww. And it's just so simple when he says it, and it's so very nonchalant. He just bursts out saying it like, and she's still a bird. She still has rights. You know, her last name is still Bird. And that is just so romantic to me.
Yeah.
Like,
talk about an amazing author. Like
Tara DeWitt is like one of my favorite authors. I love her. And also I love her personality online. Like her online personality, I'm always cracking up. She's very unhinged, but it's very subtle. So you don't realize it. And then you're like, wait a minute, girl.
She's not throwing it in your face. She's not throwing it in your face. She's just being, it feels genuine.
Genuine. Like that might be her personality offline. But those two scenes specifically, I think about all the, when I'm, feeling like unhinged, Rennick. When I'm feeling sweet and sappy, Ellis.
Oh, I love that. Do you guys associate music with the books you're reading? Like a lot of times, like my Spotify library by the end of the year is like full of music that reminds me of books. And so it puts me back in the space of the books that I was reading. Does that make sense or do I sound nuts?
Sometimes.
Yes.
It's like favorite ones if the authors have put together a playlist. Yeah. I don't usually, unless I'm listening to one and I'm like, oh, this is very so-and-so coded. I think usually it's the playlists.
Yeah.
So.
Authors have given me so much new music this year. Like my Spotify Wrapped came out and I was like, I can name all 5 authors that gave me all 5 of these songs.
Yes. Yeah. Lauren Asher is like really big about playlists, I'm pretty sure. And I think even Nevessa Allen has some playlists in her books.
Yeah.
But right now, because I've been on an Olivia Dean kick, every book I've read for the last couple books since that album has come out has an Olivia Dean song. I'm reading, I'm like, oh, this is definitely so easy. Oh, this is definitely, Olivia is like running rampant in my mind. So there are scenes where recently I've been placing specifically her recent album, but I get what you mean about a song makes you think of a scene. For me, I'm reading it and then I hear the song, but I don't always listen to music with my reading. So it doesn't happen as frequently. Yeah.
They were all just thinking about it. Oh,
we all just had a moment of books.
So that's so calm. Let's shake it up.
Oh yeah, buckle in, besties, because y'all might have to control me for the spoilers. Okay.
Okay. So that was our vibes, but what about the shock and awe, the plot twists? Because you read enough and you're going to get the plot twists, but also you read enough and it kind of take more to surprise you when you read, at least for a lot of us. Some people are able to totally disassociate prior knowledge when they're reading. I totally understand that. Some, if you're reading enough romantasy, for example, you're going to probably see a lot coming, still enjoy it. But so, for example, for me, that was Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. There was a plot twist in there. And I know, like Christina said, she saw a lot of it coming, but I did not. There was one where I screamed and I don't even want to allude to what it was. All I can all I can say is God bless the unreliable narrator, because I actually love that. I love unreliable narrators.
No, me too.
Because it's so good.
They're literally doing it for the plot.
No. Good.
It gives me anxiety. I can't do it.
Look at Annabelle is so uncomfortable. She like shifted away from her mic. No.
This is what it like whenever Romy gets anxious, I'm like, oh no, give her space.
Like when you see your own parent cry and you automatically cry, like, no.
Like, what is that? What's that?
What are you doing?
I can't do unreliable female narrators. Like women, no, literally. And I'm sorry to make this so serious out of nowhere, but women not being believed is, I cannot do it. I can't do it. I cannot even dissociate enough for me to be like, this is clever. It's always clever. Being able to write like that, holy shit, next level talent.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
That is for people like you who can not be sensitive little assholes like me.
And I totally get that. And I think a lot of times if it were contemporary or like this sweet romance, I think I would have different feelings about it. But there was something about A Forbidden Alchemy, about the world building, about the character development, that it just felt right. When I read it, I was like, I did not see this coming, but the world felt like it made sense. And then now it feels like it makes even more sense. It makes me feel like oh, this shouldn't have made sense before. I should have been questioning things. I just had to sit with myself. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. But to me, it made complete sense.
Yeah.
Once it opened up and it felt so unique.
It's very unique.
What did we say earlier? There's a way to do every trope right.
Yeah.
And so I'll totally read that. And hey, maybe that'll be my one unreliable narrator.
That gets you there. Yeah. Could you imagine?
I get it.
Yeah. And I was even reluctant to say unreliable narrator because then I feel like then you go and you read it and you're just like waiting. You're questioning everything and you're
to
not
see why she's unreliable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like even I was even reluctant to say that. But in a similar vein, like the Halfling Saga, I ate that series up too by Melissa. I think it's Melissa Blair. Was so good, and there was a big reveal in that too that just had me questioning my intelligence in the best way. So
I love that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? Big twist? Twist? Do we like big twists?
You know, like I feel like they're a little hard to come by in romance in a traditional way because, you know, like I don't want to just call every third act breakup a big twist because it's like it's fucking not.
No,
it's just not. But there was one that shook me to my core this year. And I was reading the Spires series by Alexis Hall, and the first one is Glitterland. And if you haven't read this series, Alexis Hall is not only an incredible writer, it is like such like a visceral, beautiful romance with these characters who are so flawed, but you love them so much. You just want to give them a hug. And they were published more than 10 years ago. So Alexis Hall went back and put their footnotes across. So you're kind of getting to reread with them. It's really cool. And even they wrote in the footnotes, this is like maybe the worst thing I've ever done to a character. And it got to a point where I was just like, I don't know if this is going to have a happy ending. Like I genuinely I can excuse anything as a romance reader for the characters if I love them. Right. There was this just like horrifying betrayal scene where I was like, there might not be a good way to come back for this. They do it. Alexis Hall can do anything, but I will say Glitterland, read it, revel in it, enjoy the prose, but brace yourself because you will get shot through the heart at some point in the book.
That's interesting because I've read some Alexis Hall and they put their characters through it. So I haven't read that one though. So that's
do it and see what you think.
Do it
seriously.
I love getting my heart ripped out. I really do.
Well, and they can do it with just a few words, and it's just like, oh my God. Yeah, it's like I go back to them when it's like a few times a year. I feel like I'm getting like too apathetic, and so I need to like restart my heart, you know. And so I have have my like go to. This is going to emotionally destroy me, but it's going to bring me back into the land of the living. Yes, TJ Klune does that. Alexis Hall is now on my list for that as well. When I need my heart to be like start up again.
Restart.
I need to feel things. Yep.
It's so funny because I feel like when I'm reading a book, I often I audibly gasp, like probably more than is comfortable. Like I'm a very dramatic actual reader, but as I'm looking back, I have this like emotional distance where I'm like, oh yes, that book. I don't even remember if there was a twist. I don't know, which is terrible for this scenario and also terrible for being a romance podcaster.
Yes, I read that book. No, I do not know the characters.
Meanwhile, flashback to the reading of that book.
I can tell you it was a 5-star read, but I do not know anything else.
I read, this was not a romance. There was a romantic element to it, but I read something early in the year that was super fucking niche. No one is going to care about this book but me, but I love it. And it was about Christopher Marlowe. It was called Lightborn. Christopher Marlowe is one of the people that people think, or that might have been Shakespeare, but he was a playwright like right before Shakespeare became big. Interesting guy. Seems like he was a spy at one point and was killed in a bar fight at 28. This is like all we know about him. And so there's this whole story arc around this really ambiguous historical figure that we don't know much about, and lots of love triangles, squares, all kinds of things. Lots of violence.
You say lots of love triangles around one person, I'm like, but he died at 28. Wow.
He was busy. He was very busy.
Back then, they had nothing else to do.
No. Yeah, I mean,
imagine?
fuck and you go
just
right
trying
place.
to stay alive.
Literally, right place and fuck. That sounds great.
Yeah, that's literally it. They had not much else going, you know?
Also, proud of you, Annabelle, for saying that he just fucked. And look at see it again, how far we came. Yes.
I've been here for a while, but I'm happy to be here. You know what?
We're celebrating the end of the year. We're celebrating milestones. We're celebrating personal achievements.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. Okay, I tried to think like super far back about all the books I've read this year, but I couldn't remember any huge plot twist besides Forbidden Alchemy, which I feel like I knew you might have mentioned that you were going to mention that, so I didn't pick that one. But my last few books, including this Esprithian trilogy, Riftborn, Duskbound. Duskbound is the second book by Greenwich and Lennox, and that one, the betrayal. So the first book, Riftborn, I found myself like, what's going on? But in hindsight, we were world building. They were trying to show the world. They were trying to help you understand the stakes and whatever. So I was a little bored in book one, but I was like, push through, get to book two. Read book two, and I was like, okay, we're still building a lot, but there's more information. Okay, some things are coming up. The very end of that book, I'm talking about the last pages, the last page of that book, I flung my Kindle. Flung it. I flung it. I was just
yes.
Was it okay?
And you know,
the Kindle's really concerned about the Kindle.
Yeah. Kindle's good. The problem was I was also listening to it, so that's the problem because I didn't fling the headphones, but I flung the Kindle,
and so it kept happening to you in your ears.
Yeah, it literally kept happening. Yeah, I was no longer reading it, but it was still going because I was like, no, but then it kept going. I was like, no. But that, and honestly, it's probably not even the biggest plot twist you could ever see, but the betrayal and the heartbreak is enough for you to be like, for you to basically, that scene makes you question the entire book. It makes you question the entire first book. And so that is what I'm like left with. What do you mean? And I gotta wait till next year for the next book? Babe, what are you doing?
Oh, no.
I want to tell y'all to end it so bad, but no, y'all gotta read. Y'all gotta read. I've tried so hard not to disappoint. All I will say is that the very last pages of Duskbound, prepare yourself to question everything you've read for the last two books.
Oh my God, I love that. Can I say one more thing about twists? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I just realized, I was like, Annabelle and I actually put our listeners through a twist this year because we decided to cover Wuthering Heights. And what I realized was that like very few people actually know the whole complex plot of Wuthering Heights. So it's a two-parter episode. So the first part of the whole two-parter episode, the first episode was like an hour of me just sitting there going like a millennials version of like point by point, here's the fuck, like what happens in Wuthering Heights, because it's insane. And we had people writing into us being like, he did what with her grave? I'm so sorry. I am crying, I am screaming, I am laughing.
Yes, exactly.
And so I just want to say that like the classics still have some pretty gnarly twists that caught a lot of people by surprise, apparently.
Absolutely.
I did not think, when you said we put our listeners through a twist.
What did you think I was going to say?
I so completely thought that you were going to talk about how for April Fool's Day, we told everyone that we were covering A Court of Thorns and Roses, and instead we had our boyfriends pretend to be us and cover Unhinged by Vera Valentine, which is an erotic door romance.
Oh yeah, we know that one. We did a whole Unhinged episode of not just that book, but all Unhinged kind of types of.
There were spoons, there were pillows.
So good.
One of our most.
That's actually so good. That's a really good twist, honestly.
We just played the intro, and then it was two male voices, and they were talking to each other like they were us. And it was so funny. If you look at our analytics, it like goes from like audio streaming, drops off, and YouTube just skyrockets. Everybody's like, who the fuck is this? And
what's happening?
Oh my God, we were expecting like 15 minutes of knob jokes, right? And no, it was like an hour and a half long recording going back to the mythos of Greco-Roman ancestry of certain woods to like the ethics of like satire erotica writing. And we were just like, we were literally just like sitting here like, texting each other. What is happening?
What are they doing?
That's amazing.
Why am I learning so much?
Okay, so Annabelle, you're right. That was the biggest twist of our lives this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so
sorry.
That
back next year.
I got us so off track. You can cut all of that out. I'm sorry.
Bonus content.
Yep. Okay, where are we? Did everyone do their
This
shocking?
is perfect.
I think we're into funniest book, right? Is that
yes.
Go for it.
We can't cut it because that was hilarious.
No, I know that was actually pretty hilarious. Okay, funniest book. Damn, I had a hard time with this, y'all. Who wants to go first? I think I need a minute.
So I'll go really quick because I don't think mine's going to be too long. So for me, it's like what I remember being funny. Is it necessarily the one I laughed at the most? No, but I was looking through all my reads and I was like, I laughed a lot and I really enjoyed it and I had a really good time with it. So that's how I went. For me, it's Make a Scene by Laura Wood because it's so millennial coded too because there are two actors. But it follows them the beginning of their career when they're like late teens, early 20s. And then I think it's like 10 years later, when they come back together for a remake of a reunion movie to like for their previous movie that was the starter of their careers, right? And they did Used to Date. Anyways, all this stuff, and it's so funny, but there's so many references to pop culture from like our generation and things like that were so well done. They didn't feel obvious or hitting you over the head with it. It was just so funny. Like the male main character is on a show called Bloodlust, which is a direct like parody of Vampire Diaries, and just like just all the different references just had me laughing so hard, and it was so fun. So that one definitely. And also, I will say Accomplice to the Villain, because Hannah Nicole Mayer's comedic timing is unparalleled.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
I love that. I love it. Annabelle, I feel like you've been reading a lot of important books this year. Was there one that like made you laugh out loud?
Okay.
Oh God, now I'm about to get my ass kicked.
Unintentionally funny.
Right.
Yeah. So I reread The Princess Bride, and it is so fucking funny. It is so funny. But I also read like a little parody romance. It was like a parody of romance. It was absurd and so funny. There's a character named Mortimer who's a fish, and all that he says is blub the entire time. It's called Romance is Like That.
That sounds amazing, actually.
It's so niche. I love it. I'm so obsessed.
It's so funny. It's by an author named Leon Varys. There's also this great, like, one thing that I really appreciated about it is that it's, like, meant to be written really sloppily, but the writer is essentially a character, and he's talking about how and like, this girl's so hot, and she would never sleep with me because I'm a divorced man in his 40s who's balding, and fuck me, I'm in love with my character. And he's like slowly starts to try and romance his own character. She would choose me if it like over this stupid male character that I made. It's great.
That does sound refreshing. Like,
that actually sounds like a good. Okay, this will get my vibes going all high and like funny and cute.
I love it.
I love that.
I'm going in a completely different direction for my answer because I just read I say like the stupidest book, and I don't mean it as in like it's a bad book because it's like weirdly well written. Like I mean that, and I was like, how is this so good? It's called Not All Himbos Wear Capes.
I've seen that one. Did you read that?
I read Ellie Hayes and the Himbos. I read Ellie Hayes and the Himbos. That one was.
Was it the same author?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But the fact that there's multiple himbos, like
I love a himbo. Protect the himbos, honestly.
Yeah, they need protection or just babies.
And it's literally, it's like it started out. C. Rochelle started out as like a writing exercise, like a comedic writing exercise, and then people got so obsessed with it, and then they basically like strong-armed her into writing an entire massive series. And she's like, okay, now I need like an arc and like more characters. Yeah. So it's an entire series. It starts off with Not All Himbos Wear Capes, and it is like so divided between being hot as hell and just so fucking stupid and hysterical. It makes fun of itself constantly.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, but like all the characters are like so like unashamedly kinky too. And it's literally about, the first one is literally about a supervillain falling in love with a superhero.
It's actually so cute.
Like, literally, the superhero's name is Captain Masculine. Like, this book laughs at itself so hard. You can't take it seriously.
I do love that kind of.
And so if you want just like a very steamy, hysterical satire, by the end of the series, you are head over heels for every single character, which is to me what like makes it worth talking about. Because it wasn't just like a fun read. It was like by the end, like she took the reins on this once she realized people wanted it and turned it into something where I was like, I genuinely missed the characters once the series, despite them all being in like caricatures.
Yeah. Oh,
so that. Yeah, I read a lot of funny shit this year, but that was my most recent one that I was just like, this is just fun.
Top tier. Yeah. A good time.
Just
a
fun.
Good time.
Yeah.
Love it.
I do. I have one, and I'm actually going to read a quote that when I read this, I like immediately screenshot it, sent it to like. This.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to go on mute for this because.
Buckle in here. So. Funniest book is Obsessively Yours by Jamie Applegate Hunter. I know I'm talking about this series a lot. Please bear with me. Here is the quote, one of the quotes that I found hysterical. Okay. To her mortification, she coughed, spewing cum everywhere, including on his chest. Roman rubbed soothing circles on her back, holding her hair out of her face. She didn't look up. She couldn't. How fucking embarrassing. Roman kneeled beside the bed and moved into her line of sight. Are you okay? The concern in his voice made her want to die. The first time she sucked his cock, she spit his own cum all over him. Gods, just take me now.
Oh my God.
And,
I have secondhand cringe so
Oh God.
I'm like,
when I was reading it, and I was the built up, and he's just a sweet baby angel because he's obsessed with her. He don't care. He thought that was the hottest thing he's ever seen.
He's let the aftercare commence.
Yes. And he's rubbing. He's, are you okay? Meanwhile, she's just, I can't even make eye contact. Like, he's just covered because she choked, because she coughed.
Oh my
God. The book
God.
is just full.
And people say that,
like
romance isn't realistic. I mean, romance books aren't realistic.
That's so real, though. That is so real.
Dev messaged me this quote immediately, and I just said, you know what? It's really the hottest thing when something, because inevitably things happen, embarrassing things happen, and it's the hottest when a man or person can just play it off.
Mm-hmm.
And
or
make you feel good
weird.
and keep I mean, and I was like, you know what? That is hilarious though, because
the visual. I could easily see that happening. Can you imagine? This is the first time you are going to work. Things are getting messy. All of a sudden, you have a coughing fit, and you just all over the man's chest because you couldn't take it. You just then nothing in you told you to turn to the right, to the left.
You were trying to
hold it,
do it, and you're like, I could. Nope.
No.
In fairness, a man is easier to clean than a carpet.
And that's what we think. And see, Annabelle, and look at you bringing us back to the realness of it, because who's scrubbing that carpet now? It's going to be all stiff and like crunchy. You hop in the shower, we'll never know what happened. That was like one of my funniest. Yeah, exactly. That was one of my funniest reads, because
like at least she didn't puke on his dick. Like it could have been so much worse.
His chest.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It
could have been so much worse. Yeah. Her, though, I completely empathize because, babe, that was embarrassing. What are you going to do? Like, the earth needs to open up and swallow you, actually. Can you look at him?
I love that, though, because, like, sex is messy and embarrassing and hysterical, like, a lot of the times. Like, whenever we talk to people, like, in the BDSM community, and especially we love to bring up 50 Shades of Grey and how horrifying that is. And they're just like, like, one of the biggest complaints I see beyond just, like, how unethically it depicts the community, they're just like, it's too clean. Especially when you get into kink, they're like, there are fluids everywhere. It doesn't always smell the best. Everyone's having a fun time. Like, we're all here for the same reason. Everyone's having fun, but you don't need to romanticize this shit.
That's where it's important where people don't take certain elements too seriously. That's why the reading of these books, for the most part, is a fantasy. That's why this is not, right? Like, where I think that's where a lot of people go too far in like the way they talk about books, like in social media, the critiques they have for authors. Like, babe, they're not giving you a how-to manual. This is not.
But when you do find like accurate descriptions of like real life things that
are
happen,
still hot, that are
I was going to say, there's ways to do it that are still hot.
There's ways to do it, right?
Yeah.
But Number one, it'll never be hot to go to war and then have you going down on me while I'm in my fighting leathers. It will absolutely. That's a UTI waiting to happen. I've been fighting for 3 days and 3 nights, and all of a sudden you got the urge. You strip me out my leathers, and your mouth just clamped on my front. No, thank you.
While people are dying in the next tent.
While people are dying. No,
or it's like we've been on horseback for 5 days. Let me just feel, like
no, my hand down your britches on horseback. Like
I don't even want to be down there. I don't want you down there.
No, I have not found one person write that well. No. I'm sorry. No one's writing that 3-day, 5-day horse hike, whatever. No.
Honestly, like even people are like, well, it's romantasy, it's fantasy. It's like there's probably a pond nearby you can go jump in. There's like
tell me
there's going to be river. Like yes, you go find you stop to camp here for a reason. It's because there's natural water around you somewhere.
Right. You got to feed.
Go find it.
But that's where we
wash.
Yeah, that's where we suspend. Yeah. That's where we suspend reality, though. So no, this is Devin Sinclair has just recently, I think it was like yesterday, even went off about this on Threads and is like, the things I write are not a how-to manual. This is meant to take you out of reality. The things I write for sex, yes, there are people that now have said that they will DNF her books, not read any of her books anymore because she wrote an A to V scene. And
but
that also just happens
in real life.
I was going to say sometimes it just happens.
An A to V scene that's a go straight from ass to vag.
But it happens.
Yeah. But people are like all up in arms about it, and they're like, "This is not sanitary. This is this and that." And I'm like,
"They're doing too much. They're doing too much."
So that's what I'm saying. We're like, we need to suspend reality. Yes, we can laugh at it and we can have fun with it, but like, for the love of God, people.
Well, I think like knowing like who your target audience. Yeah, exactly. But I think knowing who your target audience is too. Like I have higher expectations for people who are like writing like a kink erotica, where it's like you are writing this representing a specific community for very specific readers. You do have a bit of responsibility where we need to be talking about consent. You need to talk about aftercare. You need to acknowledge subspace. You need to like do some of this. It's like books that like try to just be like, I'm going to be kinky now and then not name the thing, if you will. That was where I'm just like, okay, it would have been so easy to just be like, this is what's happening. And it's still really fucking hot.
Yeah. Write a toilet into your book. I'm not going to be mad that you just told me she went to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind them saying, oh, I'm not going to do that. No, because I'm going to think about the fact that I'm a woman who has to pee right after sex. You too should let your FMC pee after sex.
I love that.
I'm sorry. Like you let her pee. It's okay. Have her run to the loo.
Period sex. That's one of the hottest things that people can write if they write about.
If it's written well. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's written well.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, I like all of these things. Let's just I like the ones where they're not including every little bit because maybe it's not relevant to the characters and what we care about here is the characters.
Yeah.
The parts where we're really caring about the parts and like the way that people are interacting and maybe like the sex is part of the character development and the way that they interact. Like maybe let's include more detail there. It's just so driven by the story itself. But it's hard to make a blanket statement of
absolutely
all books should have
and they shouldn't all have X, Y, and Z because that'd be fucking boring to read.
And we don't want to read the same book all the time.
That's where the author's note I think at the beginning can be important when they make a note what kind of this is going to be.
You're getting into Jamie Applegate Hunter. Just if you don't read the book, please read her author's note for every single book because they are so hilarious. She literally starts off the book by saying, hey, if you're thinking there's going to be a lot of plot here, please let that go. And then there's another book that says, if you're someone who hates the word cunt, I have some bad news for you. Like, their authors' notes, they can be funny like that and witty, but they also can set your reader up to kind of get the vibe of what they're going to. I like to dive in and not know what's happening a lot of the time. So,
can I ask you guys a really random question?
Yeah.
What is the euphemism you hate? What's the worst euphemism you've read this year? Like, say if you don't like cunt or something, or are there I do too.
Like, honestly. I love a cunt. I love a cunt. I love a cock. I love a dick. I don't know if
What'd you say?
Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah.
kind of okay, and this is controversial. I think folds can even be used correctly sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gives me the ick and takes me out, but I have now officially read it to where I was like, oh, that did not affect me. And now I don't know if I'm just like desensitized now all of a sudden, or if that author really used it in a way that was fine. I don't know. I think for me it's when they use slang that's too like immature.
Yeah.
That's when I have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
No, slick folds is my worst enemy. Slick folds hate to see me coming because I'm skipping right over it. Slick folds and hot channel.
Hot
babes.
Hot channel.
A hot channel.
Look at Annabelle.
No, a hot. Yes. I'm sorry. I was thinking, and then as soon as you said folds, I was like, actually, yeah, I do have some thoughts. Those two get me.
And I think, okay, so that's like the worst. What's like the hottest book you read this year? Because for me, one of them was Stormbringer. I know where Dev is going with this, and I intentionally, but like Stormbringer by Hazel Rockwood for me, because it is a why choose. So you literally have her doming down this shifter, calling him pet. But you also have her getting dommed by a couple others. God. And like
versatility,
the
dynamics,
everything. And it's just so hot. And you see her use her water magic in creative ways on her pet, which you never see. Like, it reminded me of shadow play, like that men do, but like she's using it to cup his balls and do stuff. And I'm like, this is amazing.
I love that.
Sorry, that's like.
Sorry. That sounds great. I want to read this now.
You definitely should. Should. It's so good.
I have a controversial hottest book I've ever read, and it's only controversial because the author is a bit controversial. But this author writes the hottest books I've ever read, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the proximity to religion. I'm not religious. I'm not a part of religion. But the most recent one, Salt Kiss by Sierra Simone.
I knew you were going to say Sierra Simone. I knew it.
Sierra, okay, the priest, sinner, saint books for the brothers. And then now she's announced that the last brother is getting his own book, Devil. And on the cover, it has pomegranates. So I'm like,
Hades Persephone.
You see what I'm saying? Okay. So anyway, I read Salt Kiss, which is like a separate series. It's the Lioness series. It's eventually, I think it'll lead us to MFM. But it starts off, the first half of the book is, then he has to go pick up his person's fiance. So then we get MF. But the way Sierra Simone writes spice and yearning during sex is, my brain cannot compute. It is the hottest sex scenes I've ever read. And I read a lot of books. There are other trilogies, like The Bourbon Boys was really hot.
Okay, I intentionally did not say Bourbon and Lies.
Because
I thought you would be mentioning it, because that to me, those, and listening to it.
Yeah.
But Bourbon and Lies, like, sent me.
The Bourbon Boys trilogy. There's just something so hot. And those audiobooks specifically, the narrators are hot in my ear. So it's like listening to them get it on, you know? But yeah, that's my hottest books.
Damn. I love that. Annabelle, I really want to know.
I'm so curious what your pick.
Well, no, because we read some spicy stuff for the podcast this year. And so I want to know what actually comes out on top for you.
I put down Desperate Measures.
Hell yeah. Katie Robert, bitch.
Okay. Katie Robert knows what they're doing.
I love a Katie Robert book. We did cover Electric Idol early this year as well, which I love, especially because we've got a plus-sized female main character. And
absolutely, we love her.
But there was something about Desperate Measures that felt, I don't know, just more intense. Possibly all of the... Actually, there was like death and tough stuff in both. But yeah, I found that so hot. And honorable runner-up is Lights Out.
Nice. I loved Lights Out too.
Yes.
I will say for Desperate Measures, like a sex club setting is like one of my all-time favorites for erotica or anything with like steamy romance. I love it. Salacious Players Club, top of my list.
Oh my God. Give me more. Give me more in the Salacious Players. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed that because I tried to review Praise earlier this year. Annabelle hadn't read it and she was having a fucking meltdown and not in a good way. Yeah. She was not appreciating my descriptions of this book.
No, it's good. I love that entire series.
Right place. Yes.
I love it.
I'll say my more vanilla rec for the hottest book I read all year was definitely Rachel Reed's Game Changers series. It was a reread for me. That is Heated Rivalry, long game. If you guys have been seeing the show come out, gay hockey romance, really important story to be talking about actually. But that was, oh my God, the steam, and they translated it beautifully to the screen. Highly recommend watching Heated Rivalry, the show. But yeah, holy shit, girl.
Yeah. I'm only one episode in and I'm on my knees barking like a dog.
Just you wait.
I haven't started yet. I have not mentally prepared enough to.
It's too hot. It's actually too hot.
It's one of the best book to screen adaptations I've ever seen. Ever. And I'm very picky.
That's what everyone's saying right now.
I literally write for television professionally, and this passes almost every single box for me. It's fantastic. So that was really good. Otherwise, this is the year that I kind of accidentally discovered the Omegaverse. And you may remember earlier when I was like, when I find something new, I need to learn everything about it.
Yeah. Bring
it in. Yep, I love Omegaverse.
So we went some pretty wild places. It was so much fun. Literally, it's so crazy. Omegaverse is this beautiful meeting of just so dirty and so pure that I loved it. I thought it was fantastic for what it was. The hottest one for me, I think, out of all that was Beg For It by Alicia Williams and Jen Billiard. It's one of those where they're not shifters. It's just a human hierarchy of the alpha, omega, beta stuff, but it's M.
Yeah.
And it's the start of a series that they're writing. It is so smutty. It is so kinky. I loved it. But that was Annabelle reviewed Bride earlier this year and was like, so we're going to talk about the Omegaverse. And I was like, I don't really know much about that. And then
that's
after
baby Omegaverse. That's beginner Omegaverse.
Yeah, it's a great intro to Omegaverse because it still talks about nodding. It still talks about hierarchy and stuff. So it is a good intro. Very intro.
I was looking for an excuse to talk about the Omegaverse, and we had Bride right there.
And so I was like, I should know more about this. And then thus began Romy disappearing into Omegaverse for a long time. But if you want to go deep into dynamics, Omegaverse, very hot gay sex, Beg For It, highly recommend.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I need to add that one. Have you read Pack Darling by Lola Rock?
No, I haven't read much straight Omegaverse.
That has in it. Okay. So that has definitely in it. I just re-listened to it. I'm obsessed with it. Also, if you're looking for more Omegaverse, Devin Sinclair.
Yes.
Great Omegaverse. I love her. I love her stuff. She's a great, I don't know what to read. I'm going to go down a Devin Sinclair rabbit hole. But I
just love a good heat, honestly. Yeah. An Omegaverse, I love a good surprised heat. I love a good, oh my God, something's happening. That really.
Well, and they're so cozy in that you always know it's second page is my mate. We need to be nodding, and it's every single time. I'm like, what a surprise!
You need to read Pack Darling and report back to me. You need to, because there's a part 1 and 2, so technically there's 2 books, but it's a duology. But it's just called Pack Darling 1 and 2.
Sure. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna download those.
It's a rejected mates situation.
And I also love that.
So they have a school for Omegas, right? And they call it, she's a darling because the school pays her way. She doesn't have parents anyways. So she gets put into this pack that already has an Omega, but he's not a scent match. So the Omega is a male. So it's all men, and she's coming into this situation trying to stay out of their way. She can tell that she knows, because she's an Omega in this universe, Omegas can tell their scent matches anytime, but alphas only can during a heat. And so she's trying to put off her heat so they don't know, because she just wants to go live by herself. There's so many different dynamics, and some of it's toxic because of different characters' ignorances. They just don't. There's so much, and it's so good.
If you like that, you'll Beg For It. It's a lot of the same themes where it's trying to use scent blockers. Everybody's a little bit toxic, but everybody also, and I love that. Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Great.
Well, we got to wrap it up. We got to get to the end of this.
Our top. Okay, now that we're almost at 2 hours, let's go. Top romances
I'll just name mine really quick. I don't really even need to talk about them. Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed, Glitterland by Alexis Hall, and They Were Roommates by Paige Powers. Fantastic.
Ooh.
Those are the ones that passed the Romy test. Go read them.
Love that. Love that. Okay, my top contemporary romance. Are we doing the whole top list or did you just
top contemporary? Top
just
contemporary.
Okay. Top contemporary romance is going to be Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt. That's my top.
I approve.
That's it. Yeah.
My top is You Should Be So Lucky by Kat Sebastian.
Okay.
That takes place in the 50s.
Yeah.
That takes place in the 50s, girly pop.
Okay. It's ultimate contemporary.
That is a historical romance.
Fine.
True.
And They Were Roommates is the other one.
Okay.
Or I can't choose. Or
Throw it all out. Just throw that out too.
Yeah, or Learning Curves by Rachel Lacey.
The rules here.
Learning Curves is a very fun, like academic sapphic romance.
Ooh,
I think I've seen that one around. Okay, cool.
Mine is, and this is wild, neither of these are dark romance, which who the fuck am I?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. I kind of feel weird saying it, but Let's Make a Scene by Laura Wood and Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen.
Hell yeah.
My top two.
We love that.
I loved it.
Love that.
Yep.
Okay, top romantasy.
Man, this was hard.
Yeah, this was difficult. And I'm only going to throw this out there because literally I just read them. And so when I thought about romantasy, I really wanted to pick books that had equal romance or at least a decent fantasy, like more, fantasy. So I did pick the Esprithian trilogy. Well, it's going to be a trilogy, only 2 books out by Greenwich and Lennox. So that's Riftborn and Duskbound. I picked those 2 just because they're the last ones I read, honestly, that I really felt like, no, these did something to me. But yeah, that's going to be my top for the year.
Okay.
I'm going for something super short because I was just feeling it. I just was feeling it. And I don't really have an explanation other than it's a great one. Straw and Gold by Chelsea Ann Tompkins. It was so small and like you fit so much world into a tiny book and it was so hot. It was great.
Yeah, I do need to read that, actually. I have that and I need to read it.
It's so
good.
And
I keep telling Chelsea that I'm going to. Yeah, I need
the whole
to read
series.
it.
Get ready for Beast and Thorn.
I know, I'm so excited.
And I need to read it before Beast and Thorn comes out.
Yeah, she just did some teasers today that no one has seen before out on her social media, so check that out. My adult romantasy that I loved this year was Ben Alderson's Realm of Fae series, and then my YA choice for romantasy would definitely be Alison Saft's A Wilder Shade of Magic.
Oh, I love that you included YA.
Yeah.
I love that
you don't talk about YA enough. Yeah.
I made her read that book, so I'm very happy.
It was what she chose. We had an episode coming out on her birthday, and I was like, what do you want me to read and review for you? And she picked that one.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and I don't read a whole lot of YA, but Annabelle really has a great beat on really fucking good YA books. And so when she tells me to read one, I always read it. And it was beautiful. Oh my God, it was so sweet and so beautiful. So
A far wilder shade of magic.
That one. Go read it.
Okay. Nice. This is really hard for me to pick and choose between my favorite overall and my top romantasy, honestly, because there's so much good stuff. So Stormbringer by Hazel Rockwood has to be in top romantasy. It just took me by surprise and was amazing. Accomplice to the Villain, just because of how it was so good. Blood and Betrayals. Blood but I did not mention this in the like big reveal or shocking moments, but the last chapter of this book ripped my heart out in a way no other book has, except for Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valendi's books. Like,
wow.
It was the ultimate.
I still have to read that.
The ultimate, and it's just so good. I can't sing the praises of this book enough, Blood and Betrayals. And I'm going to keep my favorite overall to a series. So I'm going to add Echo Fort. It's book 2 of Sins of the Zodiac by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I have to add in top romantasy. It almost made favorite overall.
Yeah.
But I'm going to save that.
Guys, it was really hard. So listeners, these two were just like, you need to pick an overall read for 2025.
Yeah.
And then Jordan started the episode by being like, it was a great year for books. And I was like, I know, and I resent you for trying to make me pick just one.
Yes.
Absolutely brutal.
Oh, this was hard. This was really fucking hard.
I unfortunately did not pick just one.
Yeah. I have 2.
Yeah.
I picked one, guys. There was an assignment.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay. Annabelle's like,
She's looking for more gold stars. People, show stars.
Okay, Annabelle, you go. Since you only picked one, what was yours?
All right. It's also like really rough because the one I picked is not a romance. I know that we are 2 romance podcasts, so I'm glad we're not ending on mine. But there is like a quote from it that just kind of speaks to what we're all doing here that I wanted to start with to justify this answer. But one of the things it says in there is, you are not made out of needs. You are made out of your dreams and desires. Oh. And it is so beautifully done. And it is such a haunting and creepy and amazing book. It's called Slewfoot by Brom.
I've heard amazing things about this.
Yes.
I read it while I was visiting Romy, and I had COVID. And I felt like I was turning into a monster. And so it was lovely to read someone actually turning into a monster. It was so good. It was just so powerful and visceral and amazing. And if you are someone who enjoys a bit of darkness and enjoys seeing someone, choose the wrong thing and go all fucking, balls to the wall.
Yeah, I've heard great things about that book. So good. I think we can all agree you pass. You, even though, that's accepted. That's valid.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna make fun of you for being a suck up.
Yeah. Only one book. Right. She's trying to show us all up.
I kind of did the assignment. I have a series because I found one, and then for a whole week, I was up until at least 1 a.m. reading because only the first one out of the 6 had an audiobook because it just got a trad deal. So it's being it's being produced. So the Cruel Shifterverse series by Jasmine Moss. Fucking says. It's what my quote was from, and I'm gonna read one more quote. You guys. So
I love that.
Buckle up.
Ending quote.
Well, I knew what my first act of queen would be. Mandatory anger management therapy for all men. No exception. Oh, my sun god, a brilliant idea struck me. I can banish all men from the Fae realm. So
absolutely.
That was from book 4.
Yeah.
So the first 3 follow one FMC and her group of men. And the second one follows her bestie, a different FMC, who poses as a male and goes to this academy, is forced to go to this academy. And so the last 3 are definitely bully romance. And so books 4 and 5 are by far my favorite. Psycho Academy.
The Psycho Academy sounds really good. I'm very I like have my phone out because I'm taking recommendations.
And I have so many highlights, and it's all just disparaging men. And because she's posing as a man, right? She's posing as a man. And so there's even a quote where she's, oh my God, why am I worrying about what someone else is doing with their body? I must be turning into an actual man. And it's like all this commentary, and 2 or 3 books worth of me highlighting this. I laughed so hard. So this was also a really funny read and just amazing. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
If you want to go down a whole rabbit hole of a series.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Good place to start. It's fun. It's hot. It's engaging. So.
Oh, it's all the boxes. We love a well-rounded. Oh,
yeah, we love that.
Like, I don't always need it, but when it happens, it's so special. It's so special. Oh my gosh. I was able to narrow it down to 2, but I'm like already mad at myself for leaving out like 20 others. It's fine.
Yep, I totally get it.
Yeah.
You Should Be So Lucky by Cat Sebastian, which Annabelle and I have mentioned several times. Again, that's just a story that's going to stay with me for a long time. I think about Mark and Eddie all the time. I fell in love with both of them. I also am Mark because he's just has like demon twink energy, and I relate.
And I'm Eddie. I'm like a himbo.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Tell me I did good. Tell me I did good.
Pretty much.
And Mark's like, maybe we'll see.
I'll think about it.
And then the first one of my only 5-star reads of the entire year was, because I'm just very harsh, was When the Tides Held the Moon by Vanessa Vita Kelly. It is Shape of Water meets Greatest Showman. It is post-war Coney Island. It is one of the most breathtaking stories I've read this year. It is the main character and the narrator is an immigrant, and it's a specific immigrant perspective that we just really don't see enough. We've been talking a lot about how great romance is. There's also like massive room for improvement as far as representation goes, but it is just so beautiful. And I wanted to read a few lines just to show you how beautiful the prose was around the romance. And so, dude, there's so much to choose from. One of them is, our lips met, and in one bright moonlit moment, the whole cruel, confusing world dissolved into brine. And then another one is, he tastes of sky, this tender man who sings of the sea and named me river before he had ever heard of the currents. Yeah. So it's just, it's one of them. Yeah.
That book is beautiful. Like it has, I'm a library gal, so I got it from the library. It has so much art in it and detail in it, and it's stunning. So that's one I would say, if you're going to read it, get the physical copy because it's so worth it.
Yeah, the illustrations are beautiful, and the author weaves Spanish in really special ways, and it's just beautiful. It's about a boy who falls in love with a mermaid who's part of a freak show act, and it's lovely. I mean, that sounds really harsh, but it is.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, and
so that's actually,
I would say if I'm like telling you to go into 2026 reading any romance story, that's really my top one. That's one of those. I think every human should experience that book.
I love that. I feel like I divided my favorites kind of similarly to you. So, okay, first of all, we've already talked about the Bourbon Boys. I love them. If you're looking for just, I mean, look at our covers.
Those are beautiful.
Aren't they just beautiful? If you're looking for just, so it's labeled as romantic suspense. So you do get a little bit of suspense. I wanted more, but these men are just something else. Cute little contemporary read with like dirty talking men who love their badass women. This is the series for you. Set in Whiskey Town, Kentucky. Love that. This is my atmospheric Grave Matter by, that was the Bourbon Boys by Victoria Wilder series. This is Grave Matter by Karina Halley. Karina Halley is like one of my favorite writers. I've read so much of her work. I got this at Books, Gowns, and Crowns. This is super atmospheric. It is not for everything. There's a lot of sex in here, but also a lot of like, why is the hair on my body standing up? Why am I creeped out? Why do I have to turn on the lights or watch some cartoons while I'm reading this? That's the vibe this book brings to the function, and you are on your toe. And Karina Halley's that, like, when she starts diving in, she focuses. So there's a lot of mycelia content and fungi and mush. Like this, read this for that.
I know, I really.
And
need
then,
to read that one.
yeah, I'm obsessed. Then my like beautiful prose. I love the story, an immigrant family, just. New York is the backdrop. I'm from New York, so any books that like write New York right, I'm like, yes, do my baby right. Aftertaste by Daria Lavelle. The publishing house sent me this, and I had already had it on my to read. I think I had requested the NetGalley arc and got it, and then they sent me the physical copy. First of all, I'm also a chef, and so anything that combines cooking and storytelling and immigrants and I cried reading this book, and it is about Constantine, and he's a chef. He basically loses his father at a young age, but around that same time, he realizes that if there's a ghost in the area or if someone's haunting him, basically, he can taste their favorite meals and then make that for their loved ones so that they can have a meal to bring back the person they've lost. I'm getting chills right now because this is probably, I would put this above everything else. This book like changed my brain chemistry. Could you imagine never tasting a meal before and then having it burst onto your tongue, cooking it, handing it the plate to someone, and then they get an hour-long conversation with the person that died? Oh
my God, how beautiful. What a gorgeous idea.
It is gorgeous. It is heartbreaking. It is gut-wrenching. And I don't know if this is a happy ever after, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. If you look at it through one lens, absolutely. If you look at it through another, no, this is devastating. This is heartbreaking. I want my money back.
Honestly, like an ambiguous ending in a romance can be really well done.
Yeah. And I really love it. And at the plot, it is very much, who was it that went down looking for his wife in the underworld? Was that Orpheus and Eurydice? Yeah, that's the vibes for this one as well.
No.
So, yes. So heartbreak, right? That's the vibe. Okay. But yeah, those are my faves.
Dev, I have a really specific recommendation for you just because
Me
sex
too.
and food.
Okay.
Do you like
Do
you like monster romance at all?
Yes.
Okay. Have you read Culinary Creatures by Elle Eveland? It's literally, they're like so tiny and so cute. And they're really, they're really short. I think it's just like a really quick series of novellas, and they're all about different monsters, and they're all romances, and they're all like chefs and bakers, and they're like really like
so
cute. They're really cute and steamy.
Aww.
Yeah, they're really cute and steamy. So if you love like the appreciation of food coming into a romantic relationship, you'll just have fun with those.
Already added. Thank you.
Have you read The Peculiar Sadness of Lemon Cake?
No.
What a great title.
Yeah, it's one. So it's about this girl who she can taste the emotion of whatever person made her food. And so she like is able to like understand people in a way that's really intense, and also has a really hard time eating because of it. It's really like
that sounds like it's gonna hurt.
What?
It literally sounds like it's good. That's what I'm bracing myself for. It sounds painful.
It's by Amy Bender. It's incredibly well written. It's beautiful. It's also quite devastating.
Wow. Great. Yep. Sign me up. Already.
For those of you that don't know, Dev was on Next Level Chef. Season 2? 1.
What?
Season 1, right? Season 1?
I'm sorry. We have been sitting here talking to a celebrity for 2 hours?
Yeah. Dev got recognized at the mall the other day.
Oh my god!
Of course she did. She's incredible.
So when I say Dev is a jack of all trades, like Dev is like who I want to be when I grow up. So
oh my god, she can recommend you books and feed you. I mean, honest to God, you are like a dream girl.
I know. You see this is what I bring to the relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Literally
like,
everything.
We talk about
honestly, I'm like, I don't think I have anything to offer. I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just here to shine a spotlight on Dev is what we're doing.
I'm just here to bask in her spotlight.
She also is a published author. I don't know if anyone knows this, but Dev she has a book of poetry that she has published.
I did know that. We never
talk about. We should.
Because I creep on you guys.
Yeah, so she does have a book of poetry.
Oh my god.
She's
You're making my skin itch.
And it's beautiful. It is beautiful too.
Oh my god. Where can we buy it?
You can buy it on Amazon.
It's on the Zon.
Okay.
It's on the Zon.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome.
I'm so uncomfortable. I'm literally sweating. I feel like I'm sweating right now. Like my pits are
also
so wet.
Single mom, working full time, doing the most, getting her master's. I'm just here to
literally incredible. Yeah. Incredible. And here I was just like, Annabelle knows how to say sex now.
Hey, I don't know who had a bigger year. I think it's Annabelle.
I think Annabelle's year.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're welcome. We are the Academy. We are the Academy. You're welcome.
Here's your trophy. Here's your award. You did it, babe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is so much fun. Before we go, tell us, where can people find you? What are we looking up? Socials, everything. Yeah. Tell us that before Dev takes us out, and then we talk more off air.
Yeah. Romy and I'm Romy. Hi. Annabelle and I, of course, have our own personal social media, but you can find everything Paperback Pleasures related. Literally just look up Paperback Pleasures. We are the only one out there. You can find our podcast on every single streaming platform and YouTube, wherever you find your podcasts. We're there waiting to be found. So please come give us a listen, interact with us, follow us on social media. We're like that, like really fine line between like cutesy, but also unhinged. So we hope you like our branding.
Yeah.
No, but we really just have so much fun, and all we do is just sit here and talk about why romance matters and why talking about sex is so important. And so please come join the conversation.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to us rant and rave with our besties over at Paperback Pleasures. You've already got the details for socials, so please right now, stop what you're doing. Stop. Pause us. Okay, now that you're back, I hope what you did was go follow all those socials. Thank you so much. We love you. Thanks for listening to us. And of course, you know where to find us. Please remember to sign up for our Substack if you want more behind the scenes content. You can follow us on Instagram, on Threads. Y'all know we don't really tiki-talky that much, so don't look for us over there. But we are also on every streaming platform, and we're so grateful to have you listening to us. We hope you enjoyed today's long-ass episode because we had a great time.
See you in 2026.
2026. Crazy!
Oh my God. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.